had to say 8 hours. Couldn't have said 8 minutes. See if it still works.
What?
That junk is dope. I wonder if
Um,
they can still if the live broadcast can see you down in the corner too. Yo, obviously we never done this YouTube live thing before, so we're gonna try it out. Now that Blab is gone, we can't use that no more. Guess we have to find something else to do. So, uh, this is off the fourth wall. I think it's episode 13 or something like that. Um, I'm Danny J. Quick, of course.
Morgan Iverson.
Every time you throw the hand up, man. I don't know why you do that.
Everybody understand, guy raising his hand, that's his name. I don't know.
They can see you though. They can see you.
So
It's different, man.
it could be slight retardation. I don't know,
Crucial. Anyway, so you've been going in on this Ryan Lochte thing, like ham in the messages. So, all right,
but nonsense.
from what I understand, right? Because I don't have TV. So, from what I'm getting from the memes and like the
Mhm.
secondhand stories, it's basically Ryan Lochte and them and his homeboys.
Mhm.
They he told his mom that him and the other swimmers on the team got robbed, and then she reported it to the news that they got robbed by somebody who was dressed as cops, and then come to
Mhm.
find out, your homeboy was all the way lying. Your
Mhm.
boy was all the way not telling the truth. So,
Mhm.
um,
Oh well, that because he told his mom that he got robbed. Uh, she did report it. It became an international thing. It became an international thing. See, the reason, one of the other reasons it's stupid is because I think there was a British Olympian that actually was robbed, like, or but they weren't robbed by police, robbed by somebody else,
mhm,
random people, I guess. No, I mean the only reason I was going in on Lochte, and they call it the Lochte Gate at this point, is because one, him doing it was extremely stupid, and it showed a very high level of entitlement and bias, honestly, because he had to have thought in his head and said, well, this is Rio, so obviously they don't have cameras. Underdeveloped nation, they they technically are, but if you're
mhm,
gonna if you're gonna hold the Olympics, then of course you're gonna try to have something
yeah,
so that if something crazy goes down, um, that you're able to report it or whatever. So in this case, though, one, why did you tell your mom? That was already stupid. Like, what are you reporting to your mom at 32 years old that you got robbed by somebody? Like, you didn't go to the IOC about it. You didn't go to the international committee. You went to your mom. Like, mom, they got robbed.
see, man.
And on top of that, you made it worse because he tried to make himself seem like a hero. He said somebody pointed the gun. He said the guy that was holding him up put the gun to his forehead or whatever. He said his response was like, "Yeah, whatever." So he's like trying to make himself seem like he's a G. Like, dude had a gun to my head, and I was just like, "Yeah, it ain't no big deal. I ain't worried. I ain't, or whatever." So not only did you lie, but then you made it worse during the lie because you made yourself seem like a G.
Wow.
The reason that it really bothered me though is because of what they did. So now they're drunk. I'm not gonna say all of us have been drunk before because people don't drink, but when you're drunk, you do stupid things. No question
Yeah,
about that.
yeah,
But
definitely.
these dudes went to gas station or whatever it was, and got upset, I guess, because they couldn't get into the bathroom, so they kicked the door in. Tore a poster off of the wall, peed outside of the bathroom after they kicked the door in, or before. I don't know which one, but they just peed outside of the bathroom on the. Uh, when they got stopped for it, they were like, no, nah, we good, bro. We can go ahead and get in the taxi and get out of here. So that's when the security people were like, no, and they pulled the guns. They pulled the guns on them to take control of the situation because Lochte tried to fight back. They tried to fight
Oh
back and
shoot! So
they got
they
it.
were fighting the police cars that
They
came to
they
arrest them.
see they weren't police. They were security guards for that place,
Okay,
and
okay,
they
I see
got
what
it.
you're saying.
And they got it. But they were armed security, so they got into a scuffle with the armed security. Lochte and them offered to pay some amount to this gas station. The gas station manager came down there, or whatever. I think it was a gas station. The manager came down there. They tried to pay him, and that was pretty much the end of it. I mean, the taxi guy that they came in with, get back in here because I'm not about to get killed. So, there was
No, ain't gonna be none of that.
they didn't take the same taxi. The same taxi they came in, they did not leave in. I'm good, bro. So, they went off with another taxi. Then like 6 o'clock in the morning, showing back up at the Olympic Village. Now I don't know how long they're lasted. Uh, so maybe when they got questioned, they were still drunk. I don't know. Here's the reason I think he lied. The reason I think he lied is because one, they didn't know what type of trouble they could get into for what they did do.
Mm-hmm.
Him paying the gas manager, he probably thought that him paying the gas manager get quiet, come up to say, "Oh crap, we peed on these people's property and vandalized it too. We kicked the bathroom door in, literally, uh, all literally for no reason, and we fought security guards. All of this happens, and he's like, you know what? I can't go out like that. This is gonna be a big thing, whatever." But the problem is, this literally turned into an international incident. You know what I'm saying? So instead of you
Wow.
just, that's what made me mad. But then you got people that's getting that Gabby Douglas. See, if this had been the men's basketball team,
Oh yeah, you
had it done that. If the men's basketball team did this, Fox News and every other conservative media site would have absolutely lit into them. And the first word out of their mouth would have been thug.
if it would have been DeAndre Jordan and
Unpatriotic.
Carmelo Anthony out there.
Absolutely. They would have been like thugs and all kinds of other pet words that they turned things into to avoid the N word and other derogatory terms towards black people. But they absolutely positive. There is literally no doubt in my mind, and that's how it would have went. But instead, through every story, they called them the swimmers. Nobody says thug, even though they had it on tape what they did. You fought the security at a place after you peed on it. So
Wow.
how is that not thuggery? How did you vandalize the dude's property for no reason? How is that not thuggery? You fought the security guard when he stopped you to try to get you to do the right thing. That sounds like thug behavior to me.
Straight
And
up
then you
thuggery.
went back and you lied about it, and you told your mom like some type of punk. But when you told your mom, he's 32 years old. Ryan Lochte is 32 years old. He's not 18. Mom, and then you lied to somebody and said that the good dude put the gun to your head, and you were like, whatever, bro. Really?
Mm.
Everybody in the world should have known that dude was lying from that moment alone. Because, Michael Jabel said this on his Hers podcast earlier this week. Guns pulled on you on a regular basis,
Mm-hmm.
your first reaction when somebody puts a gun to your head ain't gonna be whatever, bro.
No, no. I don't care.
Whatever.
I don't care how drunk you are. No.
I don't care. Yeah, no, ain't nobody that type of G, dog.
Oh man.
So, but the reason it bothered me is because I know for a fact that if this had been the Olympic basketball team, if it had been Simone, The swimmer.
Simone Biles.
If it had been Simone Biles, if it had been Simone Biles, if it had been the Simone the swimmer that won gold, if it had been Gabby Douglas, if it had been any of them
Mm,
roasting, it would have been an international roasting, not just America. Internationally, they would have roasted them. Like it would have been over.
wow.
Like this, and that's instead Ryan Lochte goes a step further with how Vessel we did was Ryan Lochte got on the plane before everything came out. He got on the plane and came back to America.
Oh yeah, that's right. I heard about that. He was already home.
He came back to America. He came back to America and left his boys down there. And the dudes were getting ready to get on the plane, and the Rio police pulled them off the plane. Ryan Lochte because he was already home.
Mm.
Got pulled off the plane, and then they were like, "Hey, bro," they snitched immediately. It was like it was his idea. You know what I'm saying? They snitched off gate, like they waste no time. So he looks like an all around uh jerk face, an entitled jerk face. You know what I'm saying? And now he puts an apology on Instagram. To me, an apology ain't enough, dog. You went to somebody else's country and just messed their stuff up because you could. Don't tell me it's because you were drunk, man, because that don't excuse anybody else in those situations. Drunk and I went and did the same thing in Raleigh, I'd be a thug and I'd be in jail.
People have gotten killed for stuff like that in certain
Exactly.
cases. So
Exactly.
that's yeah, I feel you on that. That's now I ain't gonna say it's racist, but I will say that it's wrong. Like I will say that I ain't gonna say it's racist because Ryan Lochte. I mean, Ryan Lochte is a well-known dude, and I understand that the white privilege and the overall privilege has
Privilege.
all of the privilege.
Hey,
All
all the way.
it's all the way because of his privilege, but bruh, that right there is like a movie script that they wrote. Like he was like,
Right.
you said he said that dude put the gun to his head and he was like, yo, it's whatever. Who
You can Google
does
it.
that?
Google it. I'm telling you. Google it right now. It's gonna come up.
All
Dude,
right,
you gotta understand, look how elaborate this story was, dog. They got stopped at a gas station on camera. He said that they got pulled over. He said that they got pulled over and some dudes with badges and guns, some people impersonating police officers, something like that, stopped them and that's who robbed them.
mm,
Maybe he was really that drunk. When you're drunk, you can't make you can see demons when they drunk and all,
right. Ain't no
all
telling
kinds of other stuff. You know what
ain't
I'm
no
saying?
telling what
So
he was really seeing.
there ain't no telling. But it's like I said, I'm not as upset with Ryan Lochte as I am the difference in reaction. Gabby Douglas got roasted on social media and some conservative sites because she didn't put her hand over her heart for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I
You
saw
know
that.
what I'm
That's
saying? And she
see
was emotional about it.
that's just you know how Fox News and stuff is, man. It's bad that like and we was talking about this the other day when we was talking about how that whiteout skit that you were talking about trying to do, how we even have to
Hey, don't even put that out there yet, bro. Don't don't put it out there.
it's a shame that we even have to think about like certain kind of physical backlash when it comes to stuff like that because if it were to go viral, like if we were to do something that was kind of edgy and dealt with race and racism and stuff like that, since we're not Dave Chappelle, you know that we would have to deal with even the decision of making it, even though it's just a parody, like it's just for comedy, and
Mhm.
we would seriously have to think, okay, my neighbors, are they gonna, when they see this, are they gonna, you know, flip out and
Yeah.
try to, do XYZ? So that's where we are in America these days. It's not as openly bad as it was back in the '60s and the 1980s and stuff like that, but
I mean, the attitude in America has changed towards overt racism. But overt racism was almost honestly better than what we have right now. Because nowadays nobody's racist. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do something, you could call somebody the N word over and over again on camera, and people would still, and everybody will call you racist, but you could still in this day and age maintain that you're not a racist. You just had a moment. You know what I'm
No.
saying? And people will be like, well, we can't really judge them like that. We blah 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 blah. You know, this is another thing that made me mad about the Ryan Lochte situation. When this was first reported and stuff started to go left, uh, everybody took the wait and see approach.
Uh-huh.
Nobody vilified him immediately. Everybody was like, well, let's just wait until all the details come out. Let's just wait until all the facts come out. Let's just wait until all the details come out. But you know daggone well,
Oh yeah.
if there is melanin around, it ain't even got to be on the person if it's in the room.
Mm.
If there's melanin anywhere around in these type of situations, automatically these thugs, these thugs, this is why they are blah 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 and blah 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 blah, and it is run like all throughout the media cycle and recycled and ran over and over and over again. And then you got people like this fool that made a Facebook video saying the people in Milwaukee, the I sent y'all the video of the guy that was calling for all true patriots to start shooting Black Lives Matter leaders.
Oh yeah, I saw that
Um,
mess. I saw that mess, bruh.
you tell if he's not in prison right now, which I'm sure he's not. You tell me how. Yeah, I have sniper buddies that were in the services, and that's how we took care of them out in that time. When you start doing the same thing, he literally said that if there are kids and women that are at these places and they walk out, you should just shoot them or take them out back and shoot them.
Oh no, bruh. This dude.
He literally said that. So even if the people are innocent, they didn't even know that anything was going on. There was no looting or whatever else they want to call it going on. He still says they should be shot. That takes me back to an article in Time magazine that I will never ever forget ever. When Hurricane Katrina happened, I'm guarantee you, if you go find the article, you'll see it just as plain as I saw it. I could not believe it. To this day, I can't believe it. After when Hurricane Katrina happened, you know, there was flooding everywhere, right?
Yeah.
One picture of a white family that was, you know, there was stuff floating around a store or from a store or something like that, and they were grabbing stuff, and they said, you know, it's a family that was salvaging, you know what I'm saying? They were salvaging for goods and supplies that they needed or whatever.
Yeah.
Did it, and they said they were looting in a magazine. I said, what? I said, it's the same. This is real life. I'm not making this up, dude. You can Google it. You can go on Time Magazine or whatever and look in the archives, and you're gonna see the same thing. When I saw that, I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" So you know, the thing with Lochte just reminded me of that. And then you have the dude that was eating people's face off after murdering them for no reason whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? That took me back to the thing in Miami.
Hmm.
Did it? Black
Yeah.
dude was eating the homeless dude. He's no longer with us. This dude killed two people. he killed two people that was sitting in their garage minding their business. And when the police officer gets there, he's eating this dude's face. Literally. The dude's already dead. He's eating this dude's face, and the police officer uses all the restraint possible. He
Yeah.
tased him. He said stuff. Dude growled at him. He tased him. Didn't work. He got the police dog. That didn't work. Uh, when he tried to pull the guy off of the dead dude, he said the guy was superhumanly strong. So
Mm.
he couldn't retain him. But listen, superhumanly strong. You've already tried to tase him. You sit the dog on him. That didn't work. Now you grabbed him and he's superhumanly strong. And none of these three things say your life's in danger. So you don't put your hand or your gun, huh?
Nah, nah, he wasn't scared for his life. He wasn't scared for his
Wor-
life though. It's different.
worse than that. Two other cops arrive on the scene. They still are trying to pull this one guy off of the dead dude from eating his face. All three of the officers are trying to get him off. None of them could get involved.
Did they say he was
It
on
took them.
drugs?
No, they had what they thought that he. Of course, they thought he was on Flacca or bath salts. He didn't show neither. So
Bruh.
you had three or four cops try to pull this dude off. But again, now it was one guy that didn't feel like his life was in danger. Now it's three or four cops that don't feel like their life is in danger, even though you three or four people cannot control this one person that's eating a man's face.
Mm.
But you don't feel like your life is in danger. Black dude in Miami's dead. This guy's alive and getting some type of hospital and psychiatric help. I wonder what the difference is. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of stuff that when I see it, I don't care how. I'm an objective person. I don't know how you could. Somebody would have to explain to me else it could possibly be. That's all I need to know. If somebody can give me a viable option, then I could roll with it because I could be objective. But I've already tried to be objective with it. This dude, I've not heard anything that says that the guy died. I know he was in bad shape because of what the officers did.
Yeah, it definitely
You see
wasn't
what I'm
because of the
saying?
police officers.
Exactly. They didn't shoot him.
I see. I told you. I think I have a theory on policing, and I feel like it's like I said. If I'm in Durham, like I feel like they police. Predominant like they police areas where there's more minorities differently than they
Of
police
course.
places like wherever they were, because those were the most lax police officers in the world right there. I seen a video. It's probably an old video, but you seen the one where they tased the dude in the. Yeah, I think he was in like some restaurant or something. They tased him, and he literally bust out the gun. He was like, ah! And then and he knocked the little things off his chest, and he's rushing the police officers, fighting them, and it's two officers, and they keep tasing him and trying to grab him. I'm like, that dude need to be,
It was in a
that dude
restaurant.
need, that dude need to be shot, cause
Nope. He's still with us. He's still with us. He's probably walking the streets right now.
bruh, I was like, dang, this dude went
Dude,
Randy Savage on him. Rest in peace, Randy
George
Savage.
George Zimmerman is still walking around the streets right now.
Still doing stupid
He's
stuff.
still out there. At least 6 times since the Trayvon thing.
Dude is still out there doing
And he's
stupid
still
stuff.
out here. Yeah. So I'm just saying, people to try to deny, people get upset nowadays when you say white privilege. People get upset about it. So, what I'm saying? Like I always appreciate people who can look at things for what they are.
Hmm.
Black people don't. There are some black people who take it too far. Like, okay, perfect example. The people who said Ellen is racist because of the Photoshop she did for Usain Bolt. That's freaking funny, and it wasn't a freak. There was nothing racist about that, in my
About
opinion.
what? Say
Usain
that
Bolt
again.
is after Usain Bolt won the 100 meter gold I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago. Ellen photoshopped herself. She said, "This is how I'm doing all my errands from now on," and she just photoshopped herself on Usain Bolt's back. You know what I'm saying? So she was just saying it's
Oh,
the quickest way to get all of your errands done.
uh,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's hilarious. Black people went freaking ham.
Oh
Some
man.
black people, some idiotic black people were like, "Oh, so that was the first thing you thought about, huh?" So you always gonna have both sides have idiots. You know what I'm saying? Black people have idiots and white people have idiots too. You know what I'm saying? I always appreciate the ones of us who can be objective about things. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. The thing
but
is
it
though,
is,
our idiocy doesn't lead to people getting killed usually. Like
yes,
unless it's like,
that is correct.
bruh. I'm telling you, it's a crazy America that we live in, and I will
Absolutely.
keep saying, even though it's as crazy as it is, I will keep saying I would not want to live anywhere else on this planet, bruh. There's not another place
I
on this planet that I want to live besides America right now.
look. There's no, we no. That's what I'm saying. People always take it like you speaking against the problems that are in America mean you don't love America. That's bull. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's nonsense. That's just like, you know what I'm saying, you being able to be a part of a company or a relationship or a friendship or whatever, but you able to, you know, if you friends with somebody and you can be honest with your friend when something's wrong, what a true friendship is. You know what I'm saying? If your friend, if you feel
Yeah.
like your friend's wrong about something, you don't withhold it from them because maybe they don't see it that way. Maybe they don't understand that. So you can at least bring it. If y'all are truly friends about it
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
see what happens. And it's no different with people's relationship with America. There are a whole lot of things that America does awesome. But race is the biggest issue we've had in this country from inception till now. It's not going anywhere because people are afraid to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? People are afraid to even have the conversation. So you can't even have a candid conversation about race and black people saying how they feel. Like if we're explaining to um, if you're explaining to some people how we feel when we get pulled over, people say we're overblowing it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That
Oh,
we
they
don't have any,
definitely do. They definitely,
we don't have any reason to feel like that.
bro. They definitely discredit. Like I, people literally don't understand. Like
They don't.
every time I see, it's like, it's like when I when I see them cop lights come on, it's like, what did I do? Like, first of all, what did I do? Second of all, what am I going to do?
Yep.
Like, cause I don't
Yep.
wanna, bruh. It's like you can do anything and die, or you can do nothing and die. It's
No,
like,
we have established pretty well now that you can literally do right and still end up dead. Belendo Castile did everything. That's why that case made me so upset. He did everything right.
mm-hmm.
He died in front of his daughter and the woman he was getting ready to marry. Literally for doing everything right. He told the officer, "I have a concealed carry license." That when the first person I thought about when that happened was Stan. I don't know because I don't know if you had a concealed carry, but I know Stan did, and I said, "God, that could have been my boy, man."
Mm-mm.
You know, like that was the first thought of my mind. I said, "Dang, that could have been my boy." You know what I'm saying? And then I just have to deal with it, and nobody's gonna face. The other bad part of it is nobody faces repercussions.
That's the worst
That's
part
the
about it. And
that's the
we
worst part.
we talked about that before. That's why it's still happening, is because there's no repercussions for anybody. Nobody's scared
Yeah.
that they're gonna go to jail if they don't do their job right. Nobody's scared that they're gonna get fired if they don't do their job right. So they don't even care about that.
That filters back into the Ryan Lochte situation. In my opinion, he should be stripped of at least the medals that he had from this Olympics for doing something that disrespectful and unpatriotic.
And
Just calling Gabby Douglas unpatriotic, even though she just went and represented the country and destroyed things both this Olympics and last Olympics.
he made the American.
He literally lived up to Americans thinking we're better than everybody else.
Yeah.
But he just went around the world. You peed on somebody's property when you had already kicked in the bathroom door. So
Okay.
I mean, don't tell me that it was because you were drunk. It doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Then you shouldn't have been that drunk. It should be the next thing.
Yeah.
Again, if the shoe were on the other foot, we already know there would be no excuse that we come up with that would rectify it. We'd be unpatriotic thugs. And only people that are calling now, the Huffington Post held it down. They held it down and they called it for what it was. And they wrote, I saw one or two good articles up there. So it just really depends on your media source. But again, you're still gonna have people that are indifferent.
Yeah.
But that's the reason that I brought up those scenarios with Lochte, um, in Florida that they killed the two people.
Hmm.
And I guarantee you, he getting ready to get psychiatric help. He ain't going to jail.
They said he was
You
out
see what
with
I'm
his.
saying?
They said he was out with his parents eating or something like that, and then next
Yeah.
time they saw him, he was eating somebody's face. I'm like, how does that even happen?
He was out with his parents eating. He stormed out because of slow service, and then he literally left and walked from where he was supposed to be having dinner with his parents, and he ended up at these people's house that he don't know, minding their business. He goes over there, stabs them. The neighbor, I forgot about that. The neighbor came. The neighbor saw what was going on and ran across the street and tried to stop him, and he ended up injuring the neighbor too. The neighbor ended up getting stabbed a few times. Police officer gets to the scene, 2 people are dead, one's injured, literally bleeding right now, and you still can't stop this dude, yet you don't shoot him.
Wow.
I don't have a problem with it as long as it's done across the board. See, and the thing that bothers me is in this scenario, all it takes is for the skin color to be different as to who justifies what the police should do. Because conservative minded people would say, well, he wasn't trying to kill anybody. Yeah, you're right. He already killed somebody. He killed 2 people. You know what I'm saying? So what
Oh,
reason
man.
is why is he not dead? Mike, but everybody swore, but I don't care if Mike Brown had just stole a freaking mini nuclear bomb.
Oh, shoot.
I don't care what he just tried to steal. Everybody in that situation said he deserved to die, even though he was charging it. He had tried to take Darren Wilson's gun in the car, according to the report. The Justice Department looked into it or whatever, and Mike Brown deserved to get shot 9. I think 9 times he ended up getting shot. He deserved it. You're telling me somebody that actually killed 2 people, and you're looking at the 2 people, and he's eating the guy's face when you get there, doesn't deserve to die?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why does he get restrained? Maybe Michael Brown was crazy in his head too. You see what I'm saying? Like, why? The only issue I have with it is that it's not done across the board. I want all police officers to show restraint. I want all of them to do it.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about that the other night. It's not about bad police officers. I don't have any issues with police officers. I just think all of them should be held to the same standard. And if you are not going to be able to live up to that standard, then you should not be a police officer. It's simple as that.
Police officer. That's exactly right. True.
Simple as that. So I mean, if you're not willing to step up to that challenge, cool. Go sit down somewhere. Go do something else. You're not built for this. Just the same.
Do something else with your life.
I love the Carolina Panthers, but I can't go out there and play. I'm not in shape. I don't have the, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in shape. I can't do the things that it takes to be a Panther. So everybody's not fit for every job. I can't walk into NASA and start working on the next satellite we're getting ready to send into orbit.
Bruh, you know something I read the other day is that you have to do more training to be a certified cosmetologist than to be a police officer. Like
I have no doubt.
you have to have more, certifications and training and hours training to be a cosmetologist than a police officer in America. That's crazy right there. I mean,
It is crazy.
not. My wife is a hairstylist. She does hair, and I know that her job is hard, but she ain't killing nobody. You know what I'm saying? She don't have nobody's life in her hands.
Yeah, and that's to me that's the thing that makes that job the most dangerous, because police officers' lives are all on the line. And I thank God for all the great ones that are out there. I really do, because they're the ones that when something goes down at your house, they are literally putting their life in their hands to come and help you with it. Every good police officer, I appreciate all of them. What I wish would happen is that those good police officers will start pushing these idiots out. You know who they are. You know who they are. Get them out of the police department so they can stop making you all look bad. Just the same as black people, we all get vilified based on what a few do. Black people are not thugs. All black people are not smoking weed and doing things that we don't have any business doing according to the laws of this land. But we all get vilified for it. We all get looked at differently. We all get looked at. Me and you are both looked at as violent just because we're black. But way more inclined to think we're criminals just because of this color of our skin. Why?
We can say a little violent though, bro. I done heard some stuff that
I'm not.
You might be on the edge of violent, bro. I don't know.
No, I could be violent if pushed to that, if somebody made me violent. But that's just the same as everybody else.
I mean, I've read Lumberjacks. I know what's on the inside, bro. I know I know how your thought process is now. I've seen what Lumberjacks can do.
How does this always go back to Lumberjacks handling folks, man?
Because that's like the first.
It's 7 chapters, bro.
7 chapters of Lumberjacks
7 chapters
chopping people up and destroying. He killed like 27 people in 7 chapters, bro. That's like
he's not killed 27 people, man.
Unprecedented. You
killed 27 people, man. He killed Princeton and the guys that were trying to kill him,
and the people in jail.
He killed one person in jail.
It was
He
several
killed.
people, and I need to go back and read again because
They
it was
tried to
several
kill him.
people in jail.
They tried to kill him. Did they not earn that death?
But they didn't. They were killed.
To killing him. They were
Okay,
trying to kill
I'm just
him.
saying.
Hey,
I'm
look.
just saying.
This is the thing. We're here again. Okay, lumberjacks will try to show. He's going to get better with trying to show restraint. DL had to train him. He's not trained. He was angry. His freaking wife. The last thing he saw was his wife by 3 men, possibly, and his son getting slapped in the mouth by a grown man. You
I
gonna
didn't say
walk around with a smile on your face?
I didn't say I didn't understand because I do understand. I'm just saying that
So then, what are we talking about this
that is
for?
because it's on the inside of you though. That's the difference. If I mean
That's
Lumberjack,
out of me.
he's a fictional character, so I'm just saying
Yes,
if you were in situation, that's hyperbole. But in real life, that
I'm
might
not
just
trying
be
to.
somebody cutting you off in traffic and then you just rolling up on them, pushing them off a bridge or something
All
like that.
kinds. I've had all kinds of extremely grimy things happen to me in my life, and I ain't put hands on nobody.
All right, I'm just saying. I just
I
want
got I got
to make
I
sure.
have ample evidence, and there's witnesses that of some grimy stuff that's been done, and I ain't killed nobody. I've not even thought about killing nobody.
Okay.
So
Oh,
look, Lumberjacks is who he is, and when with this novel, people will. I think people will love it. Those are my favorite characters to deal with. Characters to grow, and Jax is certainly gonna do some growing.
certainly
Fuck,
gonna
man,
do some growing.
huh?
Certainly gonna do some growing.
Yeah, he's gonna do some growing, and it's gonna be awesome to see. Jax Assis has to do some growing. The scene I just wrote was awesome. You think Jax is bad? Estelle, oh man, Estelle freaking. I didn't send you that chapter yet. Estelle is Estelle is ruthless, bro. Uh, can be if you turn him that way. You know what I'm saying? He's a soldier, so you know what I'm saying. And DL is just low key, but push
Hmm.
him, So it look, it's a myriad of characters that we have with different. You know what I'm saying? One of Jackson's is I can't kill everybody I come into contact with that makes me upset.
Crucial.
He's gonna grow. He'll
Anyways,
grow.
so some people may know we had a project on Indiegogo, Annihilation Day, and we were trying to raise what was our goal, like $10,000,
Yep.
and we'll just say that we didn't make it. We did not make it. So
We did not.
we did not make it.
Did not.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try out Kickstarter.com. I've been on Kickstarter for a while. I've done, I think I had 3 successful Kickstarter campaigns, for smaller things. And then but I've never raised $10,000 on Kickstarter. So um why did we even choose Indiegogo in the first place? What was the point in that?
Well, um, the biggest reason was because with we could keep um, we have the option to
Hmm.
we don't reach a goal, keep what we do get. Uh, that was the biggest reason. Other than that, we would have went with Kickstarter. That was like at least that's what you said, and I got the logic, and I said, yeah, makes sense to me.
I think it made sense to do the Indiegogo, but I don't feel like we had the same reach as we would have on Kickstarter because I know personally, like I have people who follow me on Kickstarter, like people who see my updates and everything like that. So I think, you know, with hindsight being 2020, we should have used that leverage to but at the same time I feel like our everything that we did should have outweighed that. Like all of our, we had, to bring back H Blade. We had, the promotional videos. We had ads put out. We did like literally. I don't know what we there was nothing that we thought of to do that we didn't do. And it still didn't seem like we got the reach that you know that we needed to even put a dent in our overall goal. I mean, we did pretty good. Like we did good with our friends and family, but we couldn't get over that hump to where we were getting new eyes on it. Even though like people were saying our videos were funny, we did songs, bro. We was in there singing about stuff, and we still couldn't get that you know get that social media buzz that we needed. What in the world are we gonna do for like to make the Kickstarter different than the Indiegogo?
I mean, I think there's things that we learn. I know there are things that improve from the Indiegogo campaign to the Kickstarter, but I do think the medium is a large part of it. I know there were a lot of people um, that was on Indiegogo. Um, they didn't know what that was. Whereas if I say Kickstarter, they immediately knew what that was. I do believe that definitely played a role. I can't say how large of a role, but I definitely think that played a role. Is
Hmm.
the medium started? If you tell them that you're doing a Kickstarter, it's not, it's no Kickstarter. You know what I'm saying? It had an effect with it. Um, but we do know on Indiegogo we had the counter up there. People were coming. There were people that came by the page. That we had views, but those views didn't convert into the giving of money. So I mean, probably one of the things that I do think that just with us putting it on Kickstarter, we will get more support. I don't know how much more. I do really truly believe we'll get more support on Kickstarter than Indiegogo. But things, one of the things that I know is that we can. We did a video. The initial video that we did was good for getting the information out there, but it didn't really use all of the. It showed a little bit of our personality in the beginning, but after that, got away from. We want to make sure we got the information out there. You know what I'm saying? But T said, what I'm saying, it was boring. That's not really who we are. So but once we put the new video up there, we got more, traction. We got more views and stuff like that. So I think if we stick with what we did and just improve on that, I honestly think we'll be okay. We still got the frozen joint to do that people are waiting to see. You started on graphics, what I'm saying, put up so that people could actually visually view what it is that they'll be getting. I think that'll definitely do well. The our marketing of what we're doing will be better. Um, being able to take a different approach to, instead of us just saying that we're doing a graphic novel, we're doing a comic now, we can market it for more of the substance of what the comic is about. I think there's different elements that we'll have when we bring it to Kickstarter that we didn't have with Indiegogo, and we can also refine what worked. You know what I'm saying? Like we know what did work. We love the videos that laughed at them and stuff like that, and we can continue to produce that.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
I think we just refine what did work and aren't sure work well.
yeah. I think also like getting if we are more consistent about, how often we post and, stuff like that, because we would share new videos and stuff like that, but I don't think we were really consistent about, every day making sure that we, um, posted at certain times of the day and stuff like that. I was looking at this. See, another thing about Indiegogo is that I know a lot. There were some people who told me that they didn't mess with Kickstarter because they didn't take PayPal. They don't take PayPal. Indiegogo takes PayPal, and even they even do like bank transfers. But everything from Kickstarter goes through this company called Stripe, I think it's called. But now, now since our
Mhm.
Indiegogo is over, I've seen we actually the payment that we got from Indiegogo was from Stripe, so they're using the same company. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's just like a misnomer that people were saying, but you know, it seems like the payments are going through the same company, so it's like there's not any different there. But I was looking at these stats, and it says that it's harder for people to reach on Indiegogo now. It's harder for people to actually reach the project page. Like unless you directly go from a link that's shared, you know, it says that only
Mhm.
72%, 72.03% of visitors reach their, desired project page. These are stats that are a couple of years old, and then it said that 92% of people on Kickstarter reach their, desired project page. So,
Mhm.
and it also like there's a big difference in the percentage of people who actually reach their goals too. It said in 2014, only 9.3% of people on Indiegogo reached their goal, whereas
Mhm.
44% of people 44% of the projects on Kickstarter reached their goals. That's crazy.
Mhm.
That's a
Yeah, but to me that has to do with the pool. To me, it's honestly like uh, MySpace was not bad. Like I loved MySpace when I was on it, but when Facebook came out, you know what I'm saying? Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not. But the longevity of Facebook, we know Facebook was for real because when Twitter popped off, Facebook, Twitter definitely took some people with it. Where it kind of evened out, but Facebook is still going strong and it's still making more money than Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So, and to me, it's similar. Kickstarter, Indiegogo. Indiegogo is another crowdfunding site, but it can't compare to Kickstarter. For one, Shark Tank alone puts Kickstarter in a different regard because we know how many people go on to Shark Tank and they had a Kickstarter before they got to Shark Tank.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They not an Indiegogo, but a Kickstarter. They were. I think I might have heard somebody one or two times say that they had done an Indiegogo, or the two crowdfunding sites that I've heard people bring up going on Shark Tank and shows like Shark Tank is Kickstarter and GoFundMe.
Oh my
Those
goodness.
those are the two that I know people talk about. So that's what I'm saying. I feel really good about us transferring the campaign to Kickstarter because we did learn some of the things like we can refine what we did well and add to and make and add to and learn.
Bro, look at this.
um
I want you to see this. This makes no sense. I'm gonna see if I can do this screen share thing. Can you see it?
yeah.
Yo, they literally have this is the Kickstarter stats page. This is I don't even know what this number is. Okay, let me see. What is this? 2 billion, 2,556,918,545 have been
Mm-hmm.
pledged to Kickstarter projects, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if is this lifetime? Like, is this in all?
It's probably a lifetime.
They got over 11 million, almost 11.5 million backers. 3 million of those are repeat backers, bruh. Over 100,000 successfully funded projects. This right here is crazy. Like just to see the sheer amount of traffic that goes through this website.
That's what I'm saying. That to me the biggest difference is the traffic. Because like I said, it's shoot. For all I know, it's MySpace is still out there. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's there's no comparing MySpace and Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and we know how successful. Shoot, Greg. That's the key. Greg and Marcus. With Tuskegee Years, that was our
Uh-huh.
uh Stilo. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was. I was definitely trying to follow in their footsteps. And they chose Kickstarter. We know why we chose Indiegogo. You know what I'm saying? But I am excited about doing the Kickstarter. We'll just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We put forth the same effort and we'll see what comes back. You know what I'm saying? Because I really feel like if we get it up there and we get the same type of traction in spots that we had on the Indiegogo on the Kickstarter, I think we can really do some good stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it once we get it up there, especially because we more elements to the comic too to sell off of. You know what I'm saying? As far as
Yeah.
justice and what it is to us, I think that's a really big marketing point that we didn't have initially in the Indiegogo campaign. So it gives us a different way to market the comic instead of us just saying we had this new comic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm over here. I'm
So
over here playing with these, bro. This stuff got something. This thing on. Look at this mess. Look at this mess.
it's pretty high
Why do they even have this on here?
because it's Google Hangouts, man. People be acting
Bruh,
up.
what is this, bruh? That's a great ass no.
But it's kind of high,
They need to cut this out. This is crazy.
especially because it's accurately following the
Let
placements.
go. Oh, bruh. If we could
Y'all,
like
y'all please
put,
excuse this.
if we could put like our characters and stuff up here, bro, I would be Ace Blade all day. Oh
Y'all
my bad.
already
I'm
know.
sorry.
Y'all already know I will never switch from that, except for maybe for Kratos.
Crucial. Crucial.
I wish Keith could have been on here, man.
Hey, we'll get him back. Marquise, M. Renee Lee is on hiatus right now. Uh, young man, he'll be back soon. The third member of our group. We'll get him back in here in these next couple of weeks, hopefully.
The writer and
Um,
creator of Black Scorpion
that's right, Black Scorpion.
on Amazon now. If you've read the Lumberjacks Saga Volume 1 that's on Amazon, I need you to go and put the review up right now on Amazon.com. Like, that would be awesome. I really appreciate it.
Right now. Also,
Yeah,
and if you read any of our books, if you read
yeah.
Ace Blade, King Supreme, if you read Black Scorpion, any of the comics, anything that's out, if you've read it,
And you
find it
liked it.
somewhere and leave a positive review. If you liked it,
Whether you liked it or didn't like it, actually. I know for me, I just enjoy you guys' reviews because it can only make me a better writer. So uh, I edited it. There is another version coming out that's going to be even better, but the better version will come out when the full novel is done. And I have all intentions on a novel crushing everything. That's my goal. I don't want it to be mediocre. I don't want it to be okay for my first time. I want it to crush dreams
I already
and
got my
smash.
chapter written. It's already done. It's gonna be in there.
I wanted to destroy things, and I wanted to I wanted to serve as an awesome backdrop for a backstory of a character that I hope people love and ride with. I'm trying to ride Danny's coattails with Ace Blade. Story, you should be ashamed of yourself because I'm not saying it just because he's my boy and Ace Blade is dope. And I love a good backstory. So in Black Scorpion, I'm still finishing. That's also another thing we need to make sure we say is there will be audio for the books coming in
Oh
the near
yeah.
future. Uh, and I'm definitely looking forward to that because I'm absolutely an audiobook person. That's definitely another avenue that we're trying to get rocking. But until one of these agents gets back to us and gives us some extra money so that we can not have to go to work,
shit. Until that time.
Until
Until
that
that
time,
time
man, we
comes,
got to
shit.
do it in bits and pieces.
Yeah.
I am making progress. I think I'm at chapter 13 of 23. So,
Bro, you better get that done, man. That's why I like to read. That's why I like to read. Like when y'all send it to me, I like to just go ahead and read it then and there, so I can. Because I know if I have to sit down, man, I'm still reading. I'm reading Jordan Prince's book. What's his name? Not Jordan Prince. What's the dude's
Joseph,
name? Pastor Joseph Prince. Yeah. Uh, Grandma let me borrow that one, and I done had it like 3 weeks now, and I ain't made it through like the
see,
first 10
I'm,
chapters.
I'm telling you, I'm an audiobook person, bro. I got the new Jim Crow. I bought that like a month ago, but I got it an audiobook because if I was reading that joint straight up, like hand to face, no way. If I had to read the Bible like that,
Bro,
I'm not, in this 7 years, I don't know that I would have finished the Bible all the way.
that's a shame, bro. That's all the way a shame.
I'm telling you the 100% truth, dog. I'm an audio person, man. Even in
Oh, you're right,
class,
bro.
like
I probably wouldn't have got through it without it being on audio. Because if you probably right about that one when it comes to the Bible.
I know for fact. I know for fact I wouldn't have. I would have been working on it. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't. But audio is so exponentially awesome because I could be doing. It could be feeding my brain while I'm doing other stuff. Most of our mind on a daily basis is unconscious doing things. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I could be feeding my brain while I'm unconsciously doing things is incredible. So I'm definitely looking forward to narrating Lumberjack Saga. Shoot, we got a narrate Annihilation Day. I'm looking forward to narrating Protect and Serve too.
Definitely
Uh,
got to do that,
yeah, so that's gonna be a whole lot of fun.
bruh.
Uh,
If you get that joint made, so I know you were talking about like I've been working on the Ace Blade versus Gun Control one, and I know you
mhm,
trying to get the Protect and Serve one done for Lumberjacks. You thought, are
mhm.
you gonna get Helmet to do it, or are you gonna try to find somebody else?
Helmet, helmet, helmet's got to do it, bro.
Are you gonna try to get it down to one page, or are you gonna try to make it into like a mini series or something?
It ain't going away. It can't be one page, bro. No, it's not gonna be a mini series. It'll be a mini comic. Um, my goal is to be able to panel it to make it no more than 10 pages because I got to pay
Dang,
for that in pocket.
10 pages, bro. You might as well go ahead and make it 18 if you're gonna make it 10.
Hey, if I make it
Might as well
18,
be
it's
a
gonna be
whole
the
comic.
dopest. I might. I don't know. Because I finished it, but I had to go back through and edit it and put it in panels,
If
read
you
it
make
back to
it 10
myself.
pages, bro, if you make it 10 pages, you might as well make that junk a full comic
Well,
and
I'm
start
saying I
putting it
have
on.
to panel it. I have to panel it because I had to write it. You the one taught me. I had to narrate it first. Now I have to look at it and see how I want to panel it to tell the story. Which now I can. I told you the more writing I do, the more I can see like a director. I start to see like a director. So and I already write in scenes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's gonna be really hard for me to panel it. I just have to figure out what I need drawn, tell the story the best way possible.
Yeah,
Um, that's but with the rest of the stuff going on, it's that's what I told you the other day. I don't know where you be finding all the extra time at, bro. But God bless you, because I don't know.
bro. I'm telling you, I tried to get some work done today. It's Saturday, right? Now today's my day off. So I made sure I cut the grass yesterday, but I literally have not gotten off this one panel. I sat down. I was like, I'm gonna see if I can get this joint done today. This Ace Blade versus Gun Control joint.
Mm-hmm.
So I started this right here. I had to redo all of this. Like, bruh, it's so stupid. I I told you my internet went out earlier today. As soon as I sat down to try to do this joint, my internet went out, and I was trying to re-download Adobe. So I mean, I was trying to re-download Illustrator, and I couldn't even access the file. This junk, everything that could have happened to prevent me from getting this work done today has happened. So now when we finish this, I'm gonna see if I can at least finish half of it before Tiana gets home tonight, and then shoot. Cause
I need.
Olivia's already asleep, and the rest of the kids, they watching downstairs watching Disney Channel or something. So
Need to start paneling so that I can send it to Helmet. But I can do it. I can start when I get at it when I church tomorrow.
man, you got it, man. You just gotta do it, man. Sit down and do it. Stop eating so much rice and just go do it.
Eating rice.
Eating that brown rice, man. Somebody told me about you eating that brown rice. But anyway,
That's
this has
the thing.
been
I have not had brown rice in like a year. I'm dead serious.
anyways, I think that's good. I think we've been talking for about an hour now, it seems like. So uh this has been episode 13 of Off the Fourth Wall with Danny J. Quick.
Morgan Iverson.
We'll catch you next time. We appreciate it. Peace.